J-Bros back here with this porch DIY. At this point, the boys and I had ripped off that porch, and here where we stand now is there was 2 floors under this porch, because when they originally did the porch it was more of a unheated space, and then so that had a floor in it, and then they built that floor up to make it more of a conditioned space for a washing machine or washer and dryer. Well, anyway, I was pretty suspect about that portion, and that's why I ripped it off. And lo and behold, which is not shocking to me, this is what the foundation looks like under the porch. Now when they built these homes back in the 1890s, these stonemasons were really good at what they did as far as getting stuff flat and whatnot, but not so much to their own fault. What they didn't do, or didn't have I should say, is they didn't gutter stuff out. So when you have an eave like this, all that water there is coming right down into this corner. So with the true failure of this foundation here on this corner, it's not that the stone settled as far as the base, because the base below this is roughly about 2 feet, and that's just kind of what they did for the most part. In other spots they'll go down as much as 8 feet, where they would have a storage shelter, or oh my gosh, where you'd put canned goods, stuff like that. What happened here is the water coming off the roof, pounding on the ground, and the kickback is what basically would disintegrate these boards. And these boards would get compromised by like this, and then they would kind of wash out along the stone. Well, then you couple that with critters. Critters get here and see this exposure, and then they start chewing in and tunneling into your stone like this and like this, and they just do damage throughout all this stuff because there's no gutters, no proper flashing around here. And then of course when you put on an addition down the road, they take advantage of these good retirement homes for critters, and that's where they'll live under your porches because they didn't seal stuff up properly. So I guess what I'm saying at with the foundation, now this might look insanely intimidating for the novice, but I have done many of these. Some I have had to excavate completely down and around because they've been so bad, and then I've rebuilt them back up around with ICF. So we've jacked this whole entire thing up and floated it. Now I've already fixed the other side of the house, and what holds true, or we'll see if it holds true on this side as much as the other side, basically this top foot of rock foundation is completely compromised, but below that there is what you would call for them is their footing, and that is insanely flat, or at least it should be when I get to there. And I will build off of that, because you'll see here they got a plate. This is their base. We'll just call it a 6x6, but it's more like a 4x6. We'll call it a 4x6 plate all the way around here, and that's pretty flat from side to side. But on this side, I can almost guarantee I will have to build this down to the next footing layer and put a 2x8 plate on the bottom there to flatten it out, and I'll have to pack it and retamp it and stuff like that, and basically jack and build off of that. So I'll be raising up this corner to get to this height here where it's not settled. And this is where they did an addition, and they did this in cinder block, and this is all leveled out and just fine. But like I said, this corner got compromised as well as this corner. Now this corner didn't get as bad because there was a little bit better drainage over here, and the critters didn't compromise this side. So anyway, basically I'll show you from the inside of what I'm doing. And the thing is with these homes too, it wasn't even so much the original builders of these homes that did the most damage or why these homes would get go so crappy. So let's just say the outside water in this corner would start compromising this. Well, somebody down the road, let's say back in the 50s or 60s, or maybe when they put in this HVAC system because it's got central air, they took all these stones out, and these stones were so they could get trunk runs under the floor here, and I've got that covered up so nobody falls in there. And there was stone that went across under this floor as well, and they took all those stones out. Well, the stupid thing that they did, they took these rocks and they packed them up inside the floor joists here on the ends. Well, guess what stones do when they're against non-treated wood? They condense, you know, they get hot, cold, and they create moisture. Well, rocks up against non-treated wood rots out. Well, they packed them all up in there thinking they were propping up thinking that they were helping the subfloor and the foundation. Well, they did not, because they didn't fix the problem at hand, which is another level below. They should have jacked it up, put all new treated stuff where the rot is, raised it up, and basically built the whole new base. So that's what we will be doing here. Like I said, this one here to me doesn't warrant, you know, going next level, because anything here is better than what this is. But yeah, we'll see what this ends up doing. But like I said, I've dug down on other ones, and I've dug out, like I said, 6-8 feet on some of them, and ICF'd them and reformed it back up. But you know, this base has been here for, you know, 130 years, so the base itself is good. It's just the fact that these people you know, just didn't keep critters away, didn't keep the water away. So once I get this all set up and jacked up and good to go, and then gutters on it, this will never happen again. And one good thing about this property, why it's still standing, not completely tore down, this home is built on high ground. So that was its only savior. If this would have been on a lower lot, this thing would have been tore down ages ago. But the reason why it's in good shape as it is because it's on high ground and the water was able to get away. But yeah, so basically what's kind of funny is it's got all this extra I'll call it bigger river rock. I'm going to take all that rock out of here, and that rock I will bring over to my other property where I'm doing the driveway and stuff, and I'm going to use this all as landscaping rock, because I need rock over there anyhow, and this rock needs to go away anyhow, because this will not be stone back here. This will be all green treated, much like over here what I did. And you can see how beautiful that looks. Unfortunately, I got a bunch of material over there, but it's all new subfloor, all new joists, stringers, all new foundation. And what I'll try to do is I'll get a photo and do a quick video after I replace all this and make sure that next layer of footing is good enough to build on. Because if it's not, well, then I gotta build down further, and I might have to do a new footing, which really sucks, because then, like I said, you got to dig out further, and we'd like to get down to that 4-foot frost line. But if I do find a good foundation here that's flat and level, odds are we're good to go to build right off of that, given the fact this house has been here for 130 years. So I know it's not from the stone settling. This is from rotting wood and critters tunneling and basically undermining this. So we just need to jack it up and rebuild back to where the original masons, the stone masons, had it. And that's basically what we're gonna do here. So yeah, if this stuff intrigues you, please like, subscribe, comment down below, ask any questions that you feel that you need. But yeah, J Bros out. Please like, subscribe, comment down below.